It's looking pretty bushy. I should lit more of it on fire last night, maybe. Especially this side. Maybe not. Holy fuck. Josh, how's it going? And hi to the other three people in here. Don't know why I'm yawning. It's good you're at work. You gotta make the money while you can. A tax between cranberry beans. Hmm. And there's nobody willing to come up right away. Make some tea. Put down my fucking shade because she's too bright. Oh, shit. Me making tea is not good for the show, I see. Well, what the hell? I got things again. I know there's not many people in here, but has anybody out there heard how Jody's doing? Hey, hippie. Doing not bad. How are you doing? Wow, it's pretty nice here. Sun's out. A few clouds up there. Probably about, I don't know, 45, 50 degrees. Well, I will find out in a second. Oh, it's 32 degrees here. Feels like 25. Now, hippie, if you fucking appreciate the boiler instead of fighting it, you might have less problems with it. That's fine if your house is carpeted, but I don't have carpet in my house, and if it gets cold in here, a long walk in the cold to have a piss. Mm. we didn't pretend we were Indians and walk around with blankets like that. Put on our fucking winter clothes when the stove went out. Fuck, I've been out at minus 40 for a piss, and I've been out at minus 40 for a cigarette. Sun in my eyes. That should work. I can't remember which way was the coldest last winter, but it was minus 48 compared to minus 51. And that's Fahrenheit and Celsius. I don't know which one was which, but well, they're both the same. That's the same temperature. Minus, what did I say, 48 and minus 51. That's the same temperature. Holy fuck. Oh, they must be fucking exercising. Hey Lulu, how's it going? The fucking sun. It's just a pain in the ass in the wintertime. It makes everything light outside here, but there's no heat in it. And it's fucking irritating because in the summertime, it's up high and it shines in on the floor over there, like over there. Now, as it gets towards winter, it gets lower and lower in the sky. And as it gets lower, there's less heat. And instead of shining down over there, now it's shining into my fucking eyes. Well, from what I've seen of your cooking, it would just be whatever you wanted to cook, Lulu. I'm not picky. You could just fly at it any day and I would be eating it. I had 2 or 3 slices of sourdough bread, no butter, no anything on it. Uh, and some leftover beans from yesterday's dinner or last night's supper, and some hot sauce. Wasn't much, but it's all I need. I got some brownies and some cookies yesterday. Slaughtered them both yesterday. And it would be perfect if you lived full. Because I wouldn't, uh, hmm, so it was going to be perfect. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Yeah, hippie. I'm losing weight. And it's eat to live or live to eat. And I'm just eating to live. Oh, we jumped up to 1, which is about 33. Gonna get all the way up to 3, which is about 36. Holy fuck, we're supposed to get 40 plus centimeters. Uh, yeah, that's pretty sad. They're getting more snow down there while up here in the banana belt is staying warmish. Slow burner, how's it going? Yeah, it's not bad. Could be worse. Well, maybe a little tune. We'll see how good I do today. Okay, should be played. Yeah. I don't take requests because I don't know how to play this. Hey, Bo Hunter, how's it going? So, last time I tried on screen, it sounded kind of, or at least I thought it sounded shitty. Starting from the high end. So then I did it off screen once and I started from the low end and it sounded pretty fucking good. So, as much as I really would like to start from this low end, because it sounds good when I do that, I gotta try from up here again. Said it would be brief. Musical interlude. We gotta practice more coming down from the high end. Seems to be easier. Come up from a low note and make something sound good. Like I said before, I got no musical talent. Couldn't keep the beat. Can't tell if it's a fucking what note it is by hearing it. So I just fuck around. And speaking of fuck arounds, where's Melvin? I'll say it twice more. Melvin, Melvin. Hi, Elder.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Let me fix my camera. We'll have an afternoon on the corner. There we go. Now I gotta get my recording one out. So how's everybody doing today? My glasses are fogging up. I can't see shit. Can you guys see okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do my jacket a little bit. And you guys can see okay because I got a different jacket on, so it's sitting a little differently than normal.
It is perfect.
I don't know. But let's see how today's been. It's a little chilly out today.
Yeah, it's cool here too, but not
Yeah, but
bad.
you like the cold.
Yeah. Southern Alberta, they're supposed to get in spots 40 centimeters of snow tonight.
That's crazy.
I think that's what I read. Yeah,
Not,
because we don't get any snow and we live way north of them.
well, I was just gonna say, how does that work? It's just the way I guess the prairies and the way it goes from the flats to the mountains too. I guess.
Well, it's the way the winds come off the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of winds down by Vancouver Island, all going east.
That is true. That's why they did that show, that TV series Alone, out on one of the islands, the Vancouver Islands, because
Yeah.
the weather changes so fast and so rapidly. I applied for that. I actually, because when it first came out, it was just before Emily was born, right? And I wanted to go for it, but it would have been right at the time she would have been I would have been gone at the time she was supposed to be born, the way the original schedule went. So I was like, no, I'm not. I applied for it though, so I hemmed and hawed about it really bad, quite a bit, and I'm glad I didn't because with her being born with medical issues and everything, I'm glad I was able to be here and stuff. So, but things happen for a reason because I know I could have done it. Like I watched that show and I was really disappointed. One guy loses his flint on the first day he makes his first fire. I'm like, dude, how do you not have that thing tied around your neck? Why is that not on a string, permanently tied around your neck? And all you have to do is pull it out. It's got the right length to reach your wood so you can spark it and get it going, and then it gets tucked right back into your shirt where it always says dry and safe. Like simple things like that really annoy me when I watch these shows.
Yeah.
The one guy builds his shelter right on the edge of the water, right? There's a nice tree line right in behind them. Perfect place to go. You can go hide up in the tree line, use the tree line for protection. But now he built it right out in the open. He did last quite a while. I think he was like the second last or third last guy. But man, his tent got hammered and beaten every single night. The guy was freezing all the time. Never. Sorry, I just want to make sure he knows I got him. I'll make sure Rogers knows that this guy doesn't understand what a stop sign is. He only stopped because I put the camera on him. But it was, yeah, his tent and his shelter. He didn't even he put it up and left it. He didn't improve on it at all. He spent all his time trying to hunt stupid little mice. And man, I was like, there's water right there. Make a net. Take some string. It's not hard to make a fishing pole, even with sticks and other shit you need. It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
So it really disappointed me when I watched that show.
There's a lot of them that are pretty disappointing.
Some of the guys I liked watching. Sorry, go ahead.
Ice Road Truckers?
I like watching Ice Road Truckers. I did for the first couple seasons.
It's all baloney though. That's not that fucking dangerous. I've driven on ice roads.
Oh, see, I've never driven on like a road on a lake made over top of a lake. I've driven on ice roads, never with a big truck. I could see how that could be a hard job and dangerous at points, but You know,
Well, the government, however they do it, they decide what size of a truck can go on the ice and how much the truck can haul by how many inches of thickness the ice is.
which makes sense. It's all science. It makes complete
So
logical sense to me.
all the drama when they come up to an ice bridge, it says usually right there the poundage that you can pack on it and the speed that you can go to cross it. Because
Well, I
the faster you go, it pushes water in front of you, and when it hits the other shore, it'll break the other shore up. So you have to go slow to stop, so you don't
yeah,
create wave.
that I understand. I do understand the science behind that part. Like, yeah, because it crashes off the shore and comes back, and it also bubbles up in the middle of the lake and creates a crack, or you know,
Yeah,
there's that part I understand. The fact that you got to go slow and stuff, but obviously there's enough scientists and people out there with the smarts drilling the holes, checking the thicknesses of the ice, doing the math, and I guarantee if their calculations say they could take 90,000 maximum, right? They're not putting 90,000, they're putting 70 just to make sure.
yeah, that's for sure. But when you watch a show, it's pretty big drama.
Yeah, it's all in the camera angles and how they put the music in the background. Same like Deadliest Catch. I love watching the first bunch of seasons of that show. Like the first, I'd say 5 seasons of that show. I love that show. Yeah, man. I couldn't do it. I hate the cold. And the way they're out there and the boats ice up in like 3 hours, they get like 10 inches of ice. I couldn't handle it, man. Like I give kudos to those guys. I have no problem being on a boat. I could be on a boat in the ocean, up and down, all that. Not a problem. It's the cold I couldn't deal with. And it is hard labor's work, man, hauling that stuff in the cold and yanking it around.
I could have done it when I was young.
Oh, when I was younger, I probably could have done it. Like when I was in my military years, like 17 to 21, and maybe up until I was 30, I probably could have done it because I pushed my ass and I pushed myself a lot to do anything hard, anything crazy. I almost ended up in northern Ontario mining. My grandfather talked to a friend of his way back in the day. I was out of work for about 6 months, and he talked to a buddy of his, and he said, "Yeah, you know what? It's pretty good. Go on up. They'll pay you to go to class. You go to class 8 hours a day. They give you lodging and all that. They pay you a certain amount. As long as you pass your school, you're cool. And from there, you go depending on what you want to do, what equipment you want to run, what type of, and how you do in your first 6. I think it was a 6 months course that you do, and then from there you pick another specialty basically, and then you go to school for another 6 months. You get paid a little bit more, but still it's 8 hours, and you have to reach a certain point, a certain percentage grade point, which is not a problem. And then from there you got one more schooling to become a specialist or whatever it is in whatever it is you're going to do, and then you go to work after that. And it was 12 hours on, 12 hours off, something like that, and you do 2 weeks straight work, and then you're off for 2 weeks. The way it was explained to me, I'm like, man, I could have done that. And just as I started getting involved with that, like putting the paperwork in, and because this is before fucking internet too, right? Before, so I had to send the letters and wait for them to come in, talk to this person and that person. I ended up getting a couple of good jobs at factories, so I put that in the back pocket, and I never went back to it. But I think I could have had fun with that. Either that, or I would have drank myself to death, being up in the cold.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat, I can't see the chat because, like I say, always I keep the phone on my chest. I keep you guys close to my heart. So, hello to everybody out there. I think I saw Josh I think maybe I saw Bow Hunter's name in there. I'm not sure. I know I saw Hippie. So hello to everybody.
Thanks.
I didn't actually check the chat very well. I just hit onto you and hit the button to come up. So
Yeah.
that lady just blew right through. Didn't even stop, but I didn't get it on her. I was focused on somebody else at the time. I was thinking I should stand at the crosswalk and just purposely cross all the way across every time someone comes, so they have to stop. But that might be considered provoking or causing.
Well,
Well, that lady shook her head pretty hard at me. I hope she didn't get whiplash.
there's nothing to say you have to stay right where you're at. You could walk from corner to corner to corner.
Well, that's what I was saying just now. I was thinking, with some of the cars that I'm starting to recognize, like this guy here,
Fuck yeah.
that guy didn't even stop at all. So, boom. I got him. I'll post that later. And this guy here's got his kid there. That's okay. I got his plate number and everything. After I post it, people will figure out who he is.
Hi, 801.
What's up, 801? This guy stopped here for a while. I think he likes me. But that guy there, he's off and on. Sometimes he's a happy guy and he's pretty cool. And the other days he's screaming and yelling and cursing and swearing. Makes me laugh. But he's deaf too. I see that he's got the hearing aids, the actual implanted ones. So it could be it too, where sometimes I think he's yelling. It's just that he has a hearing issue.
Yeah.
But it always sounds like he's mad. But he's a nice guy. I thought he was yelling at me the first time I met him. We were down in the park. I thought he was yelling at me. I'm like, dude, you need to calm yourself. Stop yelling at me. Rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, dude, you need to calm down. And then he walked away. He took his kids and left the park. And that was it. And then the next time I saw him is when I noticed. And then I was like, oh, I get it now. Because he talked to me again and I thought he was yelling. But it is what it is. Oh, I got a lot of cars over here today. Oh, I wonder if this guy's circling me. Because it's like the third time I've seen this Honda. Keeps coming around. But there's so many cars that are exactly the same that I just... If I could remember license plates if they went by, then that'd be a bit different.
Yeah.
But that license plate was AMP something. I already forgot. I'm bad with that.
Not as bad as I would be.
So that person just cut off two people. That person just cut somebody off. I got it! It's amazing. Either people in the car were yelling, hey, or because they were smiling at me. Like I said, there's some people in the neighborhood, they get me. Some people I've had issues with in the past that I get along with better now. Yeah, the people that just went by and yelled. When I first moved into the building, I had issues with her son and stuff like that. He was a wannabe struggle, or he was At least he cleaned himself up. He's a dad and stuff now, and he's all cool. Him and I get along, but he showed up at my door at 2 o'clock in the morning one time with 5 guys. He got the door wrong. It was supposed to be somebody else's door, and threatening to come in and kick the living shit out of everybody in there and rob the place. So when I answered the door with my K-bar and a kitchen Chucky style chopping knife, and I held it to the guy's throat at the door, they all realized they made a mistake. It was quite funny. He soon became my friend after that. Fucking knocking on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning, threatening you're gonna kick down the door, kick my ass, and rob me. You better be prepared. And it was just after Trouble was born too, so I wasn't playing no games. I wasn't getting sleep. She had just gotten home from the hospital. I wasn't getting much sleep. So this guy didn't stop, and then he slowed down and gave me a mean mug here. See what he does next. Nope, nothing. It could be too that I got the mask on and people are just staring at the mask. I'll give them credit for that.
So they're slowing down to look at the mask? Is the only reason they're slowing down? Holy fuck.
Well, you've been here with me on more than one occasion.
Yes,
Most people don't stop. So, but no, the guy he didn't stop, but he slowed so slow, and he just gave me a mean mug all the way around, like this guy right here. But he's watching the city bus that just turned. He's being cautious, which is cool.
And both of them.
Look at that. He's not even passing the city bus. Most people would have passed that bus, just look. But he sat and he had patience and he waited, which is cool.
The bus
He's not actually.
Car made they turned the corner wrong.
Yeah, he did cut it a little sharp. Yeah. They tend to do it because it is an odd angled. Yeah. It is kind of oblong this intersection. So.
Yeah, I agree. But remember that time you thought that one vehicle was coming right at you?
Yeah.
The only time a vehicle made that corner right.
And you know what? I bet you any money it's because of that fact that it threw me off. You know what I mean? Because I'm standing here right in that spot right now, right? So yeah. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that nobody does it. So it threw me off. I'm like, dude, because I thought maybe he wanted to get a head-on shot and take a picture type thing. Like he had his phone, he was trying to get a good picture of me. Yeah. But you're right. He was just turning the corner the way he was supposed to. He was just making the right turn. So it's just odd when you're so used to seeing something done wrong, and then when it's done right, it can throw you off. Well, listen, look at that. Not even a stop. So I'm going to stop that. That was 1:46. And she had her face covered with her hand. So she knows I'm here, and she knows I'm recording her. So instead of stopping, she covers her face. So I'm going to turn this off for a second. Get a load of this. That lady that just went by in the Porsche, she just went right through. She knows that I'm here. She does it every day. So today, instead of stopping, she slowed down and covered her face. Instead of just doing what she's supposed to do, she drove by slowly and covered her face. I died laughing. I'm laughing. Oh, what's that, Nord? Hey, the big old bear. Yes. You were my very first pup in the neighborhood. Yes, you were. I like how excited he gets when he sees Trouble, my daughter and stuff, and all the other kids. Just got some weird tassels or socks hanging off the front of his car. Hello? You see that somebody's crossing, right? Now I'm going to cross. No, don't wave me out of the way. I got an illegal. You cut 2 people off. I got you, buddy. You'll be famous. Pull over, see what happens. This Porsche driver blowing right through. I'm actually going to start standing right here for a bit. It's harder to get the license plate. Oh, crap. The school bus is here. Ah, this is overrunning. Sorry, it's jiggly. I didn't realize what time it was. I turned my alarms off. The school bus is here. Every time I'm late getting down to the school bus, this is where I had that issue with that Chinese lady.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there beside the bus, so she tried to get around it. All right. I don't know what time it is, but here's our first of our 3 afternoon buses. Friday, October 29th. It was Halloween day for the kids at the school. We got flashing lights. Good job. That guy didn't go through. The lights are flashing. It's funny, she even stopped at the stop sign for a bit to let me get down here. Perfect.
Did you take pictures of it, Bow Hunter? You might as well have done something while it was there. If you took a video or some pictures, I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in looking at.
Oh, damn right. I'd look at that. If he's got pictures and video of his catch, I definitely would.
He says he's had a 6-point buck lay down underneath the stand this morning
Nice.
and would not leave. He wants bigger than a 6-point. He wants a 15 or 16 point.
Good point. How many tags is he allowed per year?
He's got 2 does and 1 buck. He's already got a doe in the freezer.
Yeah, I remember that because he was out on the last one. I remember when I asked him when he got back from the last one. He said he got a doe.
Wow.
I'm so jealous, man. I'm literally drooling for some venison right now. I take any type of deer meat, caribou, moose meat, anything right now. I love that stuff.
Elk.
Yeah, all of it. I love wild game.
Me too.
Man, I've even contemplated setting up traps in the neighborhood for the local rabbits and just snare a couple rabbits and make some rabbit stew for trouble.
Yeah.
Get a couple of the local wild rabbits, show her how to skin a rabbit. That would make a pretty good video.
Kill Bambi. No, just killed Thumper.
All right, so that bus is gone. That means Trouble's bus will be on its way. Go back down to the corner for a little bit.
It's got about 6 minutes yet.
Sorry, it's about 6 minutes yet? Okay, I got you. It's funny. I wish I had my camera going, the one I used for recording. Because when I left my apartment to come down, I got on the elevator and the maintenance guy for the building, I know him. His name's Jack. He's pretty cool. But he's very, very fucking easy to scare. I could be talking to him and, go, and he'll jump. So I got on the elevator and he had his head down. He wasn't paying attention. I had the mask on and I saw him, so I jumped onto the elevator. The guy just about shit himself on the elevator. Oh, why, dude? Why do you have to do that? I'm like, why not? I'm like, I'm dying laughing right now. Oh, one thing about wearing the mask outside is I got a couple smokes from somebody and I want one really bad, but I got the mask on so I can't smoke. So it's actually helping me not to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait until you guys see some of my I know I keep saying it and I'll get them out eventually. They'll come out and I'll get my shit sorted again. But you see a couple of my videos, I start chasing a guy, and I'm like, you can't outrun me, and then my hip will pop into my, because I throw out the cigarette that I'm smoking as I'm trying to run after the guy. So that's kind of funny, some of those videos. They're pretty comical. Even though I do catch and get what they're doing is not comical, but me in general, being an ogre, I'm kind of comical with that. Yeah, there's no other parents right today. It's been a pretty quiet day. Well, there's one parent. Well, I know my friend Nick and his wife won't be down. Their daughter wasn't feeling well, so she didn't go to school today. And she got off the bus yesterday. She didn't go to school yesterday either. She woke up feeling off, so she's been feeling ill for 2 days. I turned one way and my glasses fog up. I keep turning towards the wind. Another reason why I hate wearing a mask in general, because I wear glasses everywhere. They're always fogging up the glasses. Oh, I got something to tell you. I had to go to my doctor's today. I had because of me being hit with the car by that goof.
Yeah.
And then the cop telling me they're going to lay charges on the guy. I wanted to get it other than just a hospital report. And plus my leg's been bothering him. It's saying it's got this weird where it cramps up at night. It's not like a water cramp, like in your leg or stuff. It's only in the one area. And it happens from midway down my shin where the car made first impact to where it scraped down and stopped making impact. So from there and then all the way down the one nerve that goes down the middle of my foot. Once my foot, when you lie down on your couch, your foot kind of goes to that, not L shape, it just kind of lays loose. Yeah. But if it gets a little too far, it cramps. It's like the nerve or something in there gets too far and it can't handle it and it just locks up. And the pain goes from like a 0 out of 10 to like an 8, 9 out of 10 some nights. It just shocks me right out of my sleep. And so I was at the doctor today and she's feeling around. She thinks that there's going to be permanent damage because there's a big lump from where the skin and muscle tissue got scraped down the bone and it's just sitting there as scar tissue now. So she was poking it with her finger and I'm like, I don't feel that. So she's like, all right, close your eyes, cover your, she wanted to make sure I couldn't see her. So she started poking me with the needle and she's like, do you feel that? I'm like, no, ow. She's like, okay, you can feel that there. Yeah, but she's giving me, and it's all numb, and like I say, like a 2-inch by 2-inch patch on the front part of my shin. So she's writing up in my report for that there might be permanent damage. Just have to wait and see how things go. She said an injury like that could take up to a year to heal properly. So what it sounds like is that there might be a bit of nerve damage because on your shin, and I've known this for a while, it's a self-defense tactic as well. But you got this, I don't know, right down the front of your shin bone. I don't know if it's a nerve or there's some kind of it's just the way it works. But if you smack somebody on the front of their shin with something hard enough, there's a nerve that shoots so much pain straight up your body. You can drop somebody. And that's all messed up, she thinks. She thinks that nerve might have got damaged, so it's going to be a constant, non-stop, loud pain all the time. Where it'll be fine for a bit, and then I'll be in pain for a bit, and I'll be fine for a bit, and I'll be in pain for a bit. And she said she's going to fill out because I'm waiting for my ODSP papers. Finally, Ontario Work said they're going to send them, so I'm waiting for those. She looked at all my records because I got a new doctor. The doctor I had for the last 5 years. He moved back home he went back home to Nova Scotia, or New Brunswick or Nova Scotia, one of the two. Because he just had another baby and all his family's there, so he went back home. And so the new doctor, she's like, yeah, you know what? She saw my WSIB report saying that I got permanent working restrictions, meaning I can't lift anything over a certain weight. I think it's 40 pounds. I can't squat and lift. I can't lift or carry objects up and down stairs. I'm not just sit for an extended period of time. Can't stand for an extended period of time. It's all sorts of restrictions. So she looked at it. She's like, well, that's basically a disability. And then she goes, well, you're bipolar. You're stage 2 bipolar. You got manic depression, anxiety, and an antisocial disorder. She goes, that's a disability right there, especially if you have an antisocial disorder, meaning that when I'm out in public and I have to deal with big crowds, I start to lose my cool and people can get hurt. So it becomes a safety issue. So that becomes a disability, she said. So she's going to fill it out properly for me. So this new doctor seems to be on my side. She's like, you can't catch a break, can you? She was like, she's going through my list. She's like, wait, does this say here that you've been shot? And I'm like, yeah, I got a bullet hole in this leg. I said, I've tore up this knee. And she's going through all my, was that left leg of yours has been through some damage? Because it's my left leg that I got hit, that I got to mess with the shit in too. And then it's the left side where I got that hernia in my groin. So
mine's in my right side.
By the time I'm your age, I'm going to have a bionic leg from my left side down. All the way down my hip. From my hip all the way down, it's going to have to be bionic.
They just cut the cocksucker off and give you one of them springs.
Oh, that would work. Then I could only run fast every second step. How you doing, Lulu? Hey, you want me to come sit? Hey, Lulu? She's like, I ain't having none of that. No way. Daisy don't care. Daisy don't care. Daisy's a trooper. See, once you smell me and you know who it is, it's okay. Yeah. Lulu's like, nope, not having any of that, man. That dude's got some face on him that I've never seen before. Good. Fucking, I don't get no money until fucking Monday or Tuesday, if it comes in. So I've had no cat food for 2 days, but a neighbor of mine gave me, I think I mentioned this once before, a while back, a neighbor of mine gave me a bag with some tilapia, frozen tilapia, whole tilapia. So last night, I cooked it up. I wish I had this on video. Trouble played for an hour and a half. I cut the head of the fish off, put it in the sink, and she literally took it and ripped it apart piece by piece, pulled the gills off, pulled the gills out, pulled the tongue out. And she's like, Daddy, I want to find its brain. I'm like, you go at it. And she's digging in it, ripping it apart. She popped its eyes out, and she's having a ball with it. I'm dying laughing. So I'm getting it ready. I filleted it up. And so I cooked up. It was a good-sized tilapia, so I cooked it all up, and I asked her to debone it. I'm looking, and she's eating. I'm like, I thought you didn't like fish. Well, I love this. This is good, Dad. I'm like, awesome. Now I can go buy fish for it. Because sometimes you can get, stuff like the tilapia and shit for cheap. And if I can cook it up and throw a bit of salt and pepper and put some garlic in the oil, then, hey, you can't go wrong with that if she'll eat it. She liked it. But I cooked it up for the cats. So I cooked it all. I cooked a great big piece of a whole tilapia fish up for the cats, and she shredded it up and deboned it all and tore apart fish head. And yeah, she had a ball. Cats loved it for breakfast this morning.
Now you
I didn't
got
give them.
what does she not like to eat? Does she like to eat beef?
Oh yeah, she likes hamburger, but it's got a. Just recently, she started eating hamburger and like hamburger meat in a hamburger form.
Bring,
So
bring a whole
that's
cow home.
say
When
that
you get
again.
and bring a cow home and let her dissect it, and then she'll want to eat beef all the time.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? I should do that. Take her out to a farm and say, "This is what Daddy used." I used to work. I used to help a buddy of mine whose his full time job was working at a place just outside of Barrie called Menacing Meats, and it was basically a processing plant in the middle of like five, six big farms, and all the local farm guys would bring their stuff in. But Wednesdays were kill days, so Wednesdays were the days where whatever farmer or this and that wanted their stuff, then they'd bring their stuff in, and that would be the day we kill them and skin them and do all that. So sometimes I go in and help because some of their days can be pretty busy. I remembered how fun that was. But yeah, I think she would enjoy that. Yeah. But now that I know she likes fish, at least I can get some cheap fish sticks and this and that. So, but
Yeah.
she likes hamburger. She does like hamburger meat. She loves bacon. She loves hamburger meat. Like I said, she likes hamburger, hot dogs. She likes most meats, and well, it's not the meat part that I have an issue with. It's the other healthy stuff that she needs to go with the proteins in meat.
Uh,
Like the only vegetable she will really eat is broccoli, but I have to. It has to be almost. What's the word I'm looking for? Not shred it, but chopped up really fine, so it's mixed into it where she doesn't really notice it. She won't eat like a thing of broccoli just by itself, just because. She does not like carrots at all. The only way she eats carrots is in carrot mum. But you show her a carrot and her gag reflex already starts, and she doesn't even have to touch it or put it near her mouth. She had a couple bad experiences when she first started trying vegetables with carrots. Like
uh,
we tried them super cooked. We tried them crunchy, and one of the crunchy ones kind of got caught in her throat one day, and that's it. She won't corn. She doesn't like peas. She doesn't like, and it's not because it's mushy. Because she likes mashed potatoes. She likes the mushy mashed potatoes. It's just I think it's all in her head too. You know, so being 7 years old, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I know something she's never tried.
have you tried her with cucumber?
She loves pickles, but she not like cucumber, and that's the thing. Ouch! Oh fuck! I twisted the wrong way. Fuck! Oh, sometimes I'll twist on the wrong leg, and my hip opens, and that's when I feel that pinch. Cucumber. I don't like cucumbers, but I love pickles. She loves pickles. I actually give her two dill pickles, not baby dill, but two big dill pickles every day in her lunch for a snack. That's what she asked for. She's like, Daddy, don't forget my pickles. So, but yeah, her and I both don't like cucumbers. I can deal with a cucumber in a salad and stuff if it's chopped small enough.
Yeah.
But people that eat cucumber sandwiches, I don't understand. You sandwich is supposed to have meat. If it doesn't have meat and you don't have meat, the only real substitute is cheese, unless it's peanut butter and jam. But those are different types of sandwiches.
Right.
Cucumber sandwiches blow my mind. I don't understand.
You know why Trouble doesn't like a lot of the food? Because you don't.
Well, no, I love carrots. I love carrots and peas. I love almost all vegetables. I like Brussels sprouts. I love asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower. I love it all. I do. There's few that I don't. I'm not big into squash. Um, Zucchini, if it's done properly, if it's a barbecued or baked zucchini, I like. Zucchini relish, I like. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like cucumbers. She doesn't like tomatoes. Tomato chunks. If she sees tomato chunks, that's another thing that turns her off. So she used to eat spaghetti, like red sauce spaghetti, all the time.
Yeah.
And then she ate some, and I can't remember. I think it was at her grandma's place, and it had chunks of tomato in it, and that she did not like. And now she won't eat red tomato sauce because because she knows it's made from tomatoes. So therefore, she wants nothing to do with it. So after school bus, it's about what 4:05, I guess. Flashy light.
Oh, it's 10 or 9 after.
9 after. Okay. Stop signs out. For some reason, this doesn't seem like it's zooming. Oh yeah, zoom. But we got one guy stopped. I'll move to this side. Perfect. Nice. See, that person stopped properly. Look at that. They're like more than 20 meters away. I looked into it. I don't know what the law is there in Alberta, but here in Ontario, it's 20 meters or 65 feet that you have to stop behind or in front of the bus. And this bus driver is an awesome bus driver. He is cool. I like him. Right now he's going to check the bus to make sure nobody left anything behind. Can I open up your bag? Uh-oh, what's going to jump out at me? Are you sure?
I got.
Woohoo! We got. Oh, no, we'll have it when we get back home. Can't have it now. All right, everybody. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take off now. I got trouble with me, and we're going to go have some trouble time. So thank you, Myron, for having me up. Thank you, everybody in chat, for listening to my stories. Have a great day, everyone.
I say bye.
And Trouble wanted to say bye to everybody.
You don't tell her that; it'll go to her head.
The bus driver gave us candy.
Oh, it was the bus driver that gave them all a bag of candy. That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
I have 2 from
After one. Today's Friday. I want to check a couple things. Whoever's out there online. Oh, that's not what I fucking want. No. Bye, Effie. I'm sorry I scared you. Okay. Oh. I'll say, but wonder. I have never found a bad time to smoke weed. So waiting for 420, you're saying that 420 is a better time than other people's times. Oh no, I'm feeling not bad for the day. Uh, but then in order to get my vents clean, might be the first time it's been done since this place was brought here. I'm not sure. But if I don't get it done, there's a chance the place might catch on fucking fire. Yeah, pretty much that's what I do too. Not a big bite. I've tried smoking one hitters and fuck me. That's a waste of time, actually. Hey, Nell, how's it going? Eh, I guess as good as could be expected, Nell. The two problems I got wrong will never get better. They'll only get a little bit less of a feeling until I do something again to fucking rehearse it. One of my nieces coming to see me. Maybe she'll clean my fucking house for me. Good. Ooh. Oh, better not look there. I'll fuck it up. There. So, after you guys watch that, think of a topic for conversation, please. Hey, Nova guy, how's it going? Anybody got a topic to talk about? Fuck, the last time I went for tea, I lost a whole bunch of watchers. Need somebody to come up and entertain while I'm making tea. Lulu. He caught a cold, Lulu. But he shot a doe deer about a week ago or so. And earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, he had a 6-point buck lay down underneath his perch because he was up about 20 feet in a tree. And it wouldn't leave him. And it's not big enough to shoot. That was this morning. And here I thought Lulu was completely fearless. I'm down to 3. I guess it must be too high action for them other people. If you want high action, high drama, you can go to another channel. I could recommend a couple, 3, 4. Okay, Lulu. What the hell do you think you're doing? Huh? No. You guys don't have to really smash your thumb like that because you don't want to hurt yourself. I'll be back in about a minute. Damn, now I'm down to one. Yes, fucking people counter. I don't think it works. Oh, holy fuck, that's so full. Always nice when you're going to a different pipe and you don't even have to load it. It's already full. Then what do you need a wrench for, Nova Guy? Well, you don't know? Well, drop away, Nova Guy. Well, I could just cut them eyes out of there. I got a face mask. Don't you have some kind of way to call the big bucks into you there, bow hunter? Don't you have a call? I guess it's probably too early for that. So ignore that thought. Huh. Well, you probably grunted like another buck instead of grunting like a doe. Okay, I'm sorry. Uh, well, they're not pulling to rut down there, are they yet? Uh, Fuck, I wished I could hunt. Well, not really. Just go out in a fucking farmer's field and down a cow. It's the easiest way to do it. If you do it in the daytime, you just stop in and pay them first. If you do it in the nighttime, you don't have to pay them. How come you woke up? Huh? Nova guy, do you wanna know the truth, or do you wanna know my story of where he's hunting at? Oh, Wisconsin. Yeah, maybe you could say that before. tell having a bad memory. Want to know my story? About what? Because I could start right off before I was born. Uh, oh, okay, well, I'll give you a story of coincidence, is all it is, really. When my mom was pregnant with me, she was out watching my dad at work. He was a derrick hand on an oil rig at the time. They hit H2S gas, which is really fucking deadly. While my mom was watching, one of the guys uh, had caught a whiff of it. He had fallen over the edge of the sub and went down, and his head hit a giant steel wheel that was there to open up the BOPs or close them, whichever way they needed to be operated. And when I was born, I got a cracked skull. Yeah, well, I'm giving you one right now there, Nova guy. And after I'd healed up from that, I was about 3.5, and a couple of my older cousins, they were, say, 5 and 6, were supposed to look after me, and they went sliding and told me not to move, and I moved, and I went down a fucking hill that had a cliff right at the bottom. Cracked my skull. I got a scar in the bone up here like that. That was the second time I'd had my skull cracked after my mom seen that guy die from having his skull cracked open. One tough son of a bitch. And when I was young, I liked going fast. Yeah, damn, but before I was 6 years old, I was riding fucking pigs, and maybe even before I was 5 years old, riding pigs in fucking calves. They were really young baby calves, but for me, I'd be in, what was I, 4 or 5 years old? Wasn't very fucking big myself. Oh, and the two little things I got here, I know you probably heard about them, but a tear in my diaphragm or pleura. The pleura is a sac around the diaphragm, and the costal chondritis, which is a deterioration of the cartilage between the ribs. Two separate accidents. One at work, one at night when I was drunk. Never went to the doctor for either one. I don't think the two guys that seen me getting hit in the chest with that crowbar ever thought that I'd fucking just be back up and out of work within 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, a vehicle, I don't know. Hmm. Looked like he was trying to phone and see if I was home. I don't think so. Oh. Well, at least you're seeing bucks walk around there, bow hunter. Not the one that you want yet, but hey, hey, quiet, you two. What's this? Pull up in front of my house. Park the vehicle there and then get out and jump in with somebody else and fuck right off. I think they might be surprised if they came back and found that I had the car towed. Not that big an asshole. Geez, that's a damn good idea, Bull Hunter. I seen a herd of deer. Was on posted land, not to hunt, but my guide took me there. So what could I say? And we were knew where they were supposed to be coming. So my guide, he went off one place and left me there. I stayed there until it was too dark to see. I only seen 30 or 40 maybe. All those. But when my guide come back, he said he counted probably around 100 does and he did not see one fucking rat. And they would not come out until it got too fucking dark to see. And that was on land posted no hunting. So you'd think you'd see them on that because they know where you should be able to hunt and not hunt. Just like the geese flying overhead, they like to fly over town because they know they're not going to be shot at when they're flying over top of the town. I'm pretty sure that they picked that up because I've noticed it with geese especially. They do it lots. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. Fucking hard to get them, man. My great uncle Pete had an Uncle Pete and a great Uncle Pete. My great Uncle Pete, he said when you go hunting a moose, all he needs is 22. You call them in, and when they get close, you shoot them in the eye. I was never good enough to fucking call a moose in. Although I guess my oldest male cousin, who's now dead, used to be able to do it. He would go sit out in camp and get drunk every night. When he was tired of being out there, he would call a fucking moose into camp and shoot it. Yeah, well, I thought it was here too, Bowhunter Plot. You gotta remember, my great uncle was, or my great uncle would have been, fuck. Well, he was the same age as, he was my grandfather's brother. And somewhere in the 90s, I think, see, when was, no, late 70s, my grandfather died. Huh. I can't remember what I was talking. Oh, illegal. So yeah, probably back then there wasn't as many. See, and I told my great uncle that too, and he said no. not too small of a caliber. You call them into you, and when they get close enough, you can shoot them in the eye. Because it's the only place that'll kill them. The one bolts it off the skull. But that's the difference between when people were hunting and actually knew how to, and I'm not saying you don't, uh, there's a lot of hunters out there, me included, when I used to hunt who I was mostly just a road hunter. Drive up and down the roads and see what jumps out. Went up one road, turned around and come back down it half hour later, and after we went by, a moose come out on the road and was standing on the road, I guess looking to see who'd made the noise. And another vehicle come along behind him and shot the cocksucker. Not really the best of luck hunting. Cocksucker. Well, what the hell, Bull Hunter? I know you like the company, but I think I'm gonna close her down. Thanks to whoever was in here at any time of the day, 801 Novicat Bull Hunter. Lulu, I remember she was here. Slow Burner was here. And now, and Hippie. Oh, Josh. Okay, that's it. Thanks for everybody popping up. Catch y'all tomorrow.